Yo, what's going on with it? I'm Southside Tre. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, Full-Time Digital House, and follow me on Instagram, Southside_Tre. Appreciate y'all. Welcome back. This is Worldwide Classic. I'm your host, Southside Tre. Right now, it's midnight. It's pretty late. And a lot of these shows that I've been recording been pretty late. But today is actually my father's birthday. So I want to take some time out to say happy birthday to my pops. So today, I'm wearing this shirt for a special reason. That reason is simply because WWE and Triple H are playing too many damn games. Plain and simple. Y'all playing too many damn games. It's been so much going on in the world of wrestling, and it's bittersweet because some of it is good, but a lot of it is just bad. I needed to make this emergency video. Like I said, it's my dad's birthday, it's midnight, but it's a cold red. It's really a cold red in the world of professional wrestling. Because on the surface, I guess things could look fine, things could seem okay, but this is Worldwide Classic, and we don't pull punches. We just tell it like it is. Wrestling is in a state of emergency. Triple H likes to call himself the game, but this man is playing too many games. He's playing too many games. We already know by now what's going on with R-Truth. Now, part of the reason that I had to do this emergency episode is because I got so much content coming for Worldwide Classic that a lot of my content has been coming out a little later than expected. So when I put out this last video talking about R-Truth, that video was right after Saturday night's main event. Those were my feelings about R-Truth way before all of this craziness happened about R-Truth being released from WWE. I deliberately took my time and didn't rush to address that situation because at the time, I was furious. And there was no telling what I was liable to come on this camera and say. Another reason why I didn't rush to make a video about R-Truth's release is because I knew it had to be a bigger picture at play. Oh, I knew something had to give. These people just cannot be this damn stupid. They really can't. And shout out to everybody that's been watching, that's been commenting, liking the videos. I really appreciate y'all. And trust me, we just getting started. And some of the comments, people mentioned that we all got worked and we all got played and it was part of the show. I'm not trying to make it seem like I just have all of the insight or I have all of the answers. But again, I didn't rush to make a video about R-Truth being released because I knew these people just couldn't be that damn stupid. Like, let me just call it like it is. There's no way that the WWE and or Triple H could be that idiotic as to let R-Truth go. I just couldn't believe it. I'm not saying that it was even a part of the show because as we'll talk about soon, it wasn't a part of the show. These people really did lose their damn mind for a split second. I was way more pissed off when I first heard about the release, but I'm still kind of pissed off right now just thinking about the audacity that these people have to make some of the moves that they're making. Because my last video about R-Truth was trying to understand why it took a storyline with John Cena for R-Truth to have any type of important story at all. I was under the belief that John Cena versus R-Truth at Saturday night's main event was a WWE championship match. But somebody commented on the video that I put out and they said that it wasn't a WWE championship match. And this is the entire point of the last video. You trying to tell me that after all this booking that y'all have done with R-Truth, when he finally has a match with the WWE champion, the championship is not even on the line? The championship is not even on the line? I'm not shocked that R-Truth was released. This is the point of my last video. These people have zero respect for R-Truth and his contribution to WWE. It's just that simple. The crazy part about it is, like I always say, you don't got to take my word for it. You can see for yourself. So I'm not going to get too deep into how these people have destroyed R-Truth's career in the WWE feel free to watch my last video and hear my thoughts about that subject. But now we're going to sit here and we just going to simply talk business at this point. It's one thing to be on the screen, but then it's an entirely different thing about how we conduct business and how we treat talent. I just want to know who made the decision at WWE to give R-Truth a lowball offer. Because from all of the reports that we're hearing online, and there's several reports, but one of the most consistent reports that we hear is that R-Truth was offered a lower contract. So basically, the WWE presented R-Truth with a low offer contract. So much so that R-Truth just decided to decline and step away. So basically, that tells us all we need to know. WWE didn't see the value in R-Truth, and they basically tried to get this man a lowball offer. Who the hell do these people think they are? Like, I'm really asking right now, because this I've been pissed before about storylines, but this right here with R-Truth is a little bit more personal. It's a little bit more personal for me, and maybe it shouldn't be, but it is. I keep teasing that one day I'm gonna do an episode about race and wrestling. A lot of times I'm hesitant in even doing that episode or speaking on that topic because of how I truly feel and the way that I speak from the heart. So I'm gonna dive into it just a little bit, not a lot, because again, this might be too heavy for this show. Y'all stay tuned, and there's gonna be other programs for Full-Time Digital House where we talk about more serious topics. On Worldwide Classic, I try to keep it light. Just like in my real life, professional wrestling has always been that outlet to get away from the very extreme and real things that go on in real life. But even as I'm watching a sport that I'm passionate about, I'm still faced with the ugly truths of this world. No matter how much people try to spin it or get away from it, race and racism is very much still a real thing in this world and in America, especially when it comes to sports like professional wrestling. That's one of the interesting things about myself being such a professional wrestling fan. I come into this knowing that it's a lot of racial undertones, if not just blatant racism hidden in plain sight. I don't know how the rest of the world views this subject, because for a lot of people, this subject doesn't even matter. But when it comes to my culture and my community, this is all that matters, is the way that we're represented in front of the world. WWE has always dropped the ball when it comes to black professional wrestlers. Let's just call it what it is. Because again, I tried to steer away from this topic because it's kind of heavy. And I know that in this world, a lot of times we like to turn a blind eye to things that are obvious. WWE has never done right by black wrestlers. They've never done right by black wrestlers. And I don't even know why we sit here and try to play this game as if something else is happening. I talked about in another episode how the Hurt Business is in AEW now. Bobby Lashley is in an entirely different wrestling promotion when Bobby Lashley could be considered one of the best wrestlers in all of wrestling. He has all of the credentials that a Brock Lesnar has. And Brock Lesnar is always viewed as one of the greatest wrestlers. Bobby Lashley has a similar type of background, if not the same background. NCAA championships, undefeated records in mixed martial arts, a lieutenant or a sergeant in United States Army or the Marines. I don't know to be exact, so I'm just throwing both of them out there because it's one of the two. Either way it goes, this man has even served his country at the highest level. Bobby Lashley has every credential that you need to be one of the greatest wrestlers ever. But we don't even talk about him in that light. And that's because of the way he's been portrayed on WWE TV for over 10 years, maybe even close to 20. Another thing that's ironic about that, Bobby Lashley, as well as a lot of other black wrestlers from WWE, have all left WWE to go to other promotions. TNA has been a promotion where a lot of black wrestlers went and thrived. In my last episode, speaking about R-Truth, I had to shout out to Jeff Jarrett. I had to salute Jeff Jarrett because in my opinion, Jeff Jarrett is a stand-up guy. And he's one of the real men in the world that doesn't see color. At least that's what I understand from the product that he put out. Because I never seen him portray black wrestlers as less than. Every guy that the WWE dropped the ball with went to TNA and became a world heavyweight champion. And it wasn't just off the merit of them being former WWE stars. Bobby Lashley deserved to be a heavyweight champion. R-Truth, back to our main point, again, went to TNA and he was one of their first heavyweight champions. This is why I salute Jeff Jarrett for even seeing that type of potential in R-Truth all of those years back. These people didn't go to TNA and reinvent themselves. They were already competing at the highest level when they were in WWE. And you could add MVP to that list as well. Think about this. The Hurt Business consists of Bobby Lashley, MVP, and Shelton Benjamin. The last time I checked, all three of those guys were in the WWE since the early 2000s. So let's do some math. I know this Worldwide Classic, we just supposed to be talking about wrestling, but let's do a little bit of math. Those three guys that are in the Hurt Business have been with the WWE since the early 2000s. And it wasn't until the pandemic of 2020 that finally somebody had enough sense to put these guys together and present them as the stars that they are. Almost 20 years that we talking about, that it finally took a genius to put these three guys together. And not only put these three guys together in the Hurt Business, but actually make them look like a credible unit in professional wrestling. So much to the point that a version of the Hurt Business still exists now, just in AEW. So it brings me back to R-Truth. It's the same thing. He was with that company early on, maybe even before the 2000s, maybe 1999. Either way it goes, R-Truth was with the WWE early on. R-Truth said it out his own mouth, what these people told him.
You know, Jim Ross and Bruce Pritchard were the only two guys in this sport that ever told me that wrestling is still a white man's sport.
Really?
Yes.
How did they even bring that up in conversation to you?
Well, Jim brought up in conversation when I was going to sign a developmental contract with him. It was like, well, you know, wrestling's still pretty much a white man's sport, you know. But with any great team, if you got a basketball team with all white guys, you got a Michael Jordan on the team, Michael Jordan's going to stand out. So who wants you to be out Michael Jordan in WWF? Ah, shit. Man, you cooking that up real good, Jim. Yeah, I like that.
But why do you think he even brought that up to you?
Probably the racist is here.
What was your reaction when, like, you're sitting in Jim Ross's office and he said something like that to you?
My honest reaction is like, it's weird to see like somebody that's working for a company that's made such like head waves and elevated wrestling and sports entertainment to its speed, to have somebody in that corporation to speak like that.
And I spoke highly of Jim Ross in the past, and I still speak highly of Jim Ross. And again, this takes me back to something that I said earlier. I come into the world of professional wrestling knowing that it's a racist undertone in it. I'm coming into it knowing that. Nobody could tell me nothing different or try to pacify it. It is what it is. The product shows it, because we've never consistently seen black men in predominant roles when it comes to professional wrestling. But just even the mindset, the psychology, Jim Ross is somebody that I highly respect because of his acumen for wrestling. So imagine a guy like JR, who in my opinion is a consummate professional, and this is what he told R-Truth way back in the year 2000. Nothing has changed. Like, newsflash, let's wake up. Nothing has changed. This is the point of this topic, the race in wrestling. People like R-Truth, people like the Hurt Business. So this is a man, and JR, who's highly respected. And this is one of the reasons why I respect JR, because he just kept it a buck with R-Truth. He just kept it 100 with the man and just told him what it was. It's a white man's sport. And again, I'm not saying I'm the smartest man in the world, but I ain't stupid either. So it's obvious that race has and will, for some reason, continue to be a thing, will continue to be an underlining issue for whatever reason. Who was the person that sat there and okayed R-Truth getting a low ball offer?